Welcome to Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Northern Illinois Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Here we go with the biggest game in this dynasty thus far. We got to beat New Mexico and lock up our spot in the conference championship. New Mexico has caught fire, winning 2 games in a row down the stretch to put themselves in a long shot position to make the conference championship. We're going to get a return out to the 20 for Kevin Holmes Jr. Telly Johnson Jr. 116 and a touchdown. He's a 1,000-yard back yet again, just like he was in year 1 of this dynasty. And Mason McKenzie is back in the lineup after getting hurt last week. He couldn't finish the game, but Brady Davidson had a lot of moments in his first opportunity of play this year. He was a first down carry for Telly.
Something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main.
Second down, and we're going to have to go to the air here and throwing deep. Oh no, this is intercepted. Not the best throw by Mason McKenzie, and not how we wanted to start this game.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
The Lobos offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses,
all right,
and talking to the
getting
coaches,
all of our adjustments set. Not the way we wanted to start this game, to say the least. Not the way we saw it going. But it's we're gonna have to respond on the defensive side of the ball. Let's see if we can do so. Here comes a first down for New Mexico, right by midfield, right near midfield. Here's the handoff and a big run. First down. Julius Calhoun gets Herschel Turner on the ground here.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
And calling the audible.
And in motion, see how the D reacts.
And this is going to be a delay of game for the New Mexico Lobos.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15.
First down and 15 here now. And here's the handoff and caught the edge. And another explosive run for New Mexico. Herschel Turner. Just got caught up, man. And New Mexico's looking to get on the board first. This is exactly what happened against Nevada a couple of weeks ago. And there's a throw on the screen and taken down by Julius Calhoun. Ryan Brown, the starting quarterback here for the New Mexico Lobos, trying to give his team an outside shot of a conference championship. Pressure coming, and he's going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Down to the 1.
But the defense stopped him short. And the Lobos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
1st and goal. They're going to go weak side power, and he's going to be taken down by Swain. Carl Swain making the play. 2nd down and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Got this covered.
Back to pass.
I knew it was a screen, and Julius Calhoun gets the tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal.
They're knocked down behind the line. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5.
Fakes the handoff, back to throw, looking, and he's going to fire, and I was just too late to get there. Touchdown. Ziel Smith.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And I think this is
7-zip Lobos, and it took a little bit of time within the red zone, but they finally got it in.
With the tight windows, he can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Cousins will take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
We'll start at the 25. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
So here comes 1st down. How does Mason McKenzie shake back from the interception on drive number 1? He's going to start with the play action. Pressure coming for McKenzie, and McKenzie's going to tuck and run, and he's going to get the 1st down. Mason McKenzie showing that he's got a little bit of mobility on his own right, even though he's not the running quarterback of this roster. And oh, that should have been a face mask, I thought. Nate Chandler with the tackle, and it's going to be a 2nd down.
2nd and 10. He's got it again.
Telly Johnson will gain a 7.
Way up to the 42. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's McKenzie. Unloads to the wideout.
And look at Kevin Owens Jr. with the nice hands on the sideline. It's a 1st down.
That's just mano-a-mano, receiver one-on-one man coverage. He's got to win. He's got to get back and cross the defender's face, fight back to the football, make the catch to pick up that 1st down.
Demo Palos with the grab. It's a 1st down yet again.
Was money. They've got it at the 30. And the Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10.
Mason McKenzie getting into a rhythm on the 2nd drive, but the run game is going to get stuffed up in the backfield. Putting more pressure on this pass game for the Huskies.
Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
2nd down going to the air. McKenzie's going to tuck and run, and he's going to slide down just short of the sticks. Bring up 3rd down. 3rd and inches.
Take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Laydon Bryant cannot come down with it. It's going to come down to a 4th down and goal, or 4th down and inches, excuse me.
Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get.
Fake the toss and throw to Russo, and he's going to get stuffed short, and it's a turnover on downs.
They had a good plan, but it did not work.
Just didn't have a whole lot of time to read, and we just had to give our guy a shot, and he couldn't quite make it happen. So here's Ryan Brown in this New Mexico offense trying to build on their success on drive number 1. Quick throw, and Stanley makes the immediate tackle, but Hood, the running back, is going to make the quick catch.
Here comes 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7.
Wide receiver comes in motion.
Here's RPO, and Tyrus Stanley can't get him on the ground. He's off to the races into Northern Illinois territory. He's still going. I cannot believe we missed that tackle. Touchdown, New Mexico. Ryan Brown, 6 for 6 for 100 yards in this 1st quarter. 14-zip.
On the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
We cannot be choking this away this badly. Unacceptable defense. Unacceptable defense. Because also, if we don't get it together here, we're in danger of failing that athletic director expectation that I have been talking about all season long. Allowing 30 points per game or less than 30 points per game. We're at 28 right now, so we got to really get it together on defense in this game and keep New Mexico contained. That's not going to help us. Here comes first down, and just nobody blocking him. Telly Johnson, 5 carries for 8 yards is not what we're looking for here. It's not on him.
That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Incomplete, looking for Kevin Holmes Jr. with pressure up the gut. They brought 7. It was man coverage across the board. 14-0 after 1, and we are in major trouble here.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
So we got 3rd down and 9 here. We're just going to try to sneak a run. I'm going to be completely honest.
On the run,
and it does not work for more than 2.
Across the 30 at the 31, it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Here's the punt with a little bit of a rush up the middle, and Acosta's got to get there, and he does. At the 23-yard line, it's going to be a first down, and they're going empty backfield here to start this drive. This defense really has to step up in a big way against this offense. Ryan Brown from the empty.
No doubt.
Throwing, and it's going to be caught in traffic. Okoye has to track him down. We gotta be able to break that up, dude. I didn't switch. That was all the AI, but I guess I gotta switch it every time to try to break it up. It's first down, New Mexico. Here's the handoff, and Lindo misses him. Torber will get the tackle after a gain of 8. One little shift to the outside, and Herschel Turner just makes Lindo miss. Going to the air here quickly, and it's incomplete, broken up by Torber. The true freshman safety making a play on the ball right there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Can we get off the field here? And Julius Calhoun will get first contact, and Okoye will help him clean it up. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and New Mexico's going aggressive here. Can we get this stop here on this 4th and 2? They're going to the ground, and we're outside, and we're going to make the stop. George Torber with first contact, and it's a turnover on downs right around midfield for New Mexico, and we're going to try to do this halfback dive again. I don't like that he backed off, but we can still block it. Oh, gosh. Better run, though, for Porter than what we've been dealing with. So,
but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional.
Porter out of the backfield, trucking over a man to get the first down. And we need to figure out how to run the football, and you got to give a lot of props to Jason Eck and his squad for being able to make this happen here at New Mexico against the run. Tough defense. That's going to be a staple of an Eck defense. He's under pressure, but eventually able to find Kevin Holmes Jr., who's up the sideline and into the red zone at the 13-yard line. It's a first down in 10. A lot of pressure by the Steed line, a lot of discipline when it comes to gaps, and not that time, Elijah Porter, touchdown. So we take the turnover on downs and quickly respond. And now we're on the board, and we're back in this. Hopefully that's the momentum on both sides of the ball that we need. Didn't mean to call onside kick. That's on me. It only took a minute and a half to get down the field and score after that turnover on downs. The defense really stepping up in a big way. George Torber, who's coming down on the kick team, really good drive for him. Really good start to the game for him. And he's been maybe the best player on defense other than Emmanuel Okoye. This D-line needs to get in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and Tyree Stanley helps with the tackle with Canyon.
Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making.
And if we can get them behind the sticks, we can turn that defender intensity down, and we win that play, and we can turn it down to conservative to try to save wear and tear. It's going to be a third down. Going to play the conservative.
From the gun, wants to pass.
I knew that was going to happen, and he drops it. He drops it, and New Mexico is going to have to punt. Ryan Brown put that on the money. The receiver's got to come down with that. Oh, I was offsides. Call a fair catch. Make them repunt if they want to. It was 4th and 7, so it's not that big a deal.
And we'll see what this is about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap.
We're going to set up a return now. See if we can actually win this penalty. It's punted to about the same yard line, so it really didn't work out for New Mexico. Cousins out to the 40. Definitely did not work out for the Lobos. It's a pass play. Late on Bryant, making his name known here in the game for the first time with a big play.
The Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
Going back to the air here.
First down.
Having to dump it down, and it's going to be Kevin Holmes who just drops it. Cannot hang on.
Hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
I meant to throw it.
That is a big win for this defense.
Third down and 12 from the 39. We are not in field goal range. We got to get at least to the 35 to attempt it.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Underneath, it's Kevin Holmes Jr. who's got a chance, and he will get the first down.
Just what this offense was looking for.
A big third down and long conversion right there.
And the Huskies are moving quickly.
Looks like a cover 3 here. See if I'm wrong. I'm not. It's going to be a throw. Demo Palos. Demo Palos fights for the first down on the screen.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that.
2-minute timeout here for the first half.
Northern Illinois back to work after
First down and 10 in the red zone. Able to score a touchdown on their last trip. Pressure coming, and McKenzie's just going to get rid of it.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
8 for 13 for Mason McKenzie, and that 100 yards.
Wants to throw again. Here comes
McKenzie going to step up and run, and McKenzie's got the first and goal.
Situations, you got to be able to retrace.
Telly Johnson on the outside. Can he beat him? He can. He gets the edge, and it's going to be a touchdown for Telly Johnson.
Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt
Tied
like
game.
he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it.
Championship level response for this NIU team after a terrible start to this game with an interception early and 2 touchdown drives for New Mexico, and now Torber is going to get the tackle at the 12. After how this game started, we kind of got flashbacks to the Nevada game. We'll see if the defense can find a rhythm here. It's intercepted by Carl Swain. Swain trying to get the edge. Swain is going to set up first and goal at the 6, and NIU is inside to try to take the lead here. All the momentum. pressure and incomplete. Probably could have thrown that slant. Empty backfield for McKenzie. We're going to shift out of it into this pistol formation. See if Telly Johnson can pound this ball up the middle for a score. It's going to be Telly, and Telly cannot shake free. Timeout, New Mexico. Now we got the lead in our back pocket, so let's not make a big mistake, but we're going to try to throw this one into the end zone. Telly Johnson is going to Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal.
I meant...
And he was drilled just as he released.
We're going to have to take the field goal to take the lead, though, and that's still a win after the interception by the linebacker Swain. And it's good, right down the middle. So 17-14, 17 straight points for NIU. The defense making a play to set that one up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down.
Minute 18 left, and here's the kickoff return. Ball's out! Ball's out! It's recovered! Wow! How this game has flipped.
Take it to the house 100+ yards, but it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes
looking towards the end zone. It's Holmes caught for 2nd down and inches. Pardon me. They Can we finish this drive off with a touchdown?
You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection.
Mason McKenzie pulls it, a stiff arm, and he is going to be stuffed up, and New Mexico burns through all their timeouts. A couple of New Mexico turnovers has really killed a lot of momentum, but they have a chance here to hold serve on the defensive side of the ball. Throwing it up, it's going to be intercepted in the end zone, and no return coming. It's going to be a touchback. He got just ran into a bunch of traffic and couldn't get out there. We were trying to throw a jump ball situation here, and that's going to be the 2nd interception for the quarterback. Mason McKenzie and Okoye will force him out of bounds, 2nd and 7. So New Mexico's defense holding serve and keeping this game intact for their offense. We'll see if they can continue to do so. And we'll see if the offense can get back in a rhythm after a hot start to this game. Here's a quick throw, and it's caught. Julius Calhoun misses the tackle, and it's going to be a 1st down for Ziel Smith, who has a big touchdown earlier in this game.
The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play.
Throws it, caught. Marshall Washington will get the tackle at the 45, and New Mexico's on the move here late in this half. It's going to be a spike here for Ryan Brown.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half.
Up the middle, it's caught. Will anybody catch him? They will not. And New Mexico takes the lead before the half. Brandon Hood in the defense carrying the momentum and giving the offense an opportunity here. Block kick, and it's recovered, and it'll be a 3-point game before the half.
And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out.
Holmes Jr. had 2 kick return touchdowns in the Nevada game, but he's not going to get free here. 17-yard line with 27 seconds left.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now they're backed up here.
And Mason McKenzie a little bit banged up. We'll see if he can shake back off of that interception. It wasn't really his fault. And he goes underneath to Holmes. Holmes looking for the 1st down. Cannot get it. Timeout NIU.
Conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Going to the ground with Elijah Porter. A quick 1st down. 15, 14 seconds left. They're going quick. This is a motion play, so unfortunately, this is probably the last play before to try to get into field goal range, and it's Bryan, and it's overthrown.
Just enough time this half. The give from the gun. Creating some space, getting just
out to the 47, and we're going to bring in Brady Davidson for this Hail Mary attempt.
Work our way toward halftime. Timeout on the field. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He wants to take
Short of the end zone, and it's broken up. 20-17, an active first half, and a very important one for both of these squads.
Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line.
Look at that, North Carolina destroying NC State and maybe knocking North Carolina State out of the playoff. Huge, huge victory.
Coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like
The 4-8 Tar Heels play with pride and their rivals season.
That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season.
Kentucky also upsets number 6 Louisville. Mississippi State upsets number 9 Ole Miss, and Ohio State holds on to beat Michigan on the road with Tavian St. Clair's 219 and 3 touchdowns.
What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half.
Oh, it was supposed to rain, bro.
Over this game. His team has the lead.
And here's the deep kick, and it's going to be on the right side of the field. And here's the return, and Mao will get the tackle. So at the 18-yard line, we'll see what this defense can do here. We got to win on first down. That's the goal every single time. Win on first down, and we can move on from there.
He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very
Back to throw, and underneath, he's a wide open man, and it's caught, and it's a first down. Ryan Brown, 200 yards passing in this game. We've got to keep New Mexico under 30 points on the defensive side of the ball. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Here's the throw to the outside. Tyree Stanley with the quick tackle. 2nd down and 8.
By that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Play fake, looking to the air. He's going to throw, and Stanley almost had the interception.
On 2nd down, they're staring at 3rd.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can
3rd down and 8.
Just not there.
Going deep.
High down the left side.
Broken up by Julius Calhoun, and it'll be a punt for New Mexico after 1 first down.
And the Lobos line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
And here's Cousins set to return it from his own 5 with a lane. Cousins might just take it all the way. Can they catch him? They will not. Cousins to the crib and takes the lead back for the Huskies.
And with that, they've got the lead.
Dwayne Cousins, the redshirt freshman, 24-20.
Now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense and the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement.
And a fair catch called, and probably wise. Their kick return game has not been successful here today. Again, mission, win on first down. But we have the lead now. We're in the driver's seat as of the moment to try to go to the conference championship against Wyoming. In a rematch in a game that we lost on the road, we would have to go back to Wyoming for that game, assuming that Wyoming wins. Or has won. I don't know if that game's already happened or not. Going to the RPO game, and it's well blocked and got the edge, and Wood will get the first down out to the 46.
And it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
They're going back to the air here and looking underneath. It's going to be caught with a broken tackle, and Julius Calhoun and company will drop him at the 43, but New Mexico is now on the move. Ryan Brown getting this squad rolling. Man in motion, they're just shifting to that 11 personnel look. They're going to go back to the air again. And here's the throw underneath. It's broken up. Tyree Stanley is there. Swain is there.
To deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
I don't know if they are going to throw it. I'm hoping we can get off blocks if they don't. It's going to be an RPO, and Swain is able to get off the block and make a play. And an offensive lineman hurt here.
Who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious.
Can the defense hold up here on this third down and long? Pressure coming, takes it underneath, and it's going to be a first down. They cut to the outside. We could not make the tackle.
Smell it with a first down at the 31. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Lobos go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Split backfield. Ryan Brown and his team in field goal range, and here's the throw to the outside. Marshall Washington able to limit the game.
Safe pass play, they pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
Can this defense hold up in the red zone and hold on to this narrow lead? And I'm holding why. He didn't even play the ball.
Work in the middle of the field, and you know how fast he is. You just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take.
Third down and 7.
Nice catch.
Going to the air. Underneath, and it's going to be a 4th down and 4. We'll see if New Mexico goes for it. They will not. Magana, the freshman kicker from the left hash. And it's right through. Easy money. 24-23.
That brings them to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak.
Dwayne Cousins Jr. or Dwayne Cousins Jr. Or Dwayne Cousins. It's just Cousins. He takes this ball out to the 22-yard line, and it's a first down. And we'll see if NIU can find their run game here on this drive. It's Elijah Porter who gets the edge, and Porter will get out to the 41. And Elijah Porter will get out to the 44-yard line.
Progress made there on the short run.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to
sticking with Elijah Porter on the ground. I ran right into him. That's on me.
Coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
3rd down and 7. Can New Mexico get off the field here? Going to the air. Right on the break, it's Kevin Holmes Jr. with the first down, and more out to the 37 of New Mexico.
This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly.
Telly Johnson is back into the game, and Johnson will get the first out to the 25-yard line.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind
going to Ladon Bryant, who just lets that one slip through his hands. It's incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 25. McKenzie sends Porter in motion, looking to the air here. McKenzie pressured and just held on to the ball a bit too long. It's going to be a 3rd down and long. In Nick Mooney field goal range here with 1:22 left in the 3rd quarter.
Still moving to his right, trying to make
taking a shot. Demo Palos got it. Jump ball, touchdown.
This guy is so impressive, both with his
8-point game, 31-23. We stretch out the lead.
Video game, and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
Huge play by this offense to basically steal 4 points right there.
This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside.
Here's the handoff. Not much at first, but he breaks a tackle and gets the first down. Tyree Stanley's going to have to save a bigger play.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down.
It's a screen, and it's a successful play for the defense.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Second down and 13.
They come to the line.
Will New Mexico snap it here? They will not. End of 3. 31-23. We are 1 quarter away from a conference championship appearance.
Final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now.
There's your look at the top 25, but a huge shakeup in many different spots in that top 10. Ole Miss lost. Louisville lost. Michigan losing to Ohio State. Second down and 13. They're going toss out to the outside. They get the edge and a lot more. Calhoun is the only guy who can track him down, and he does at the 42-yard line. A huge play for the Lobos. Rockwell.
Just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play. That's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up.
Getting down the hill was Rockwell out to the 40.
Running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Going quick to the air and underneath, caught by the tight end. Torber is going to bring him down. 3rd down and 3 here.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory.
And Nelson gets him short. And they're going to go for it here. An opportunity for this defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down.
Going to the air.
Pick up the 1st down.
Looking over the middle, it's broken up. Okoye delivers the thunder, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. The defense holds up.
Run that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Out of the crowd.
Porter getting a gain of 5.
Maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium.
There's another handoff to Elijah Porter. He gets down to the 44, a 3rd down and short.
Impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short from the 44.
3rd and 2. What does this offense have? Late on Bryant with the grab toe tap, and it's a 1st down. Moving the chains.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it.
What up, Viper?
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get
trying to lock up this conference championship game. Porter's going down in the backfield. Is going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying.
And here comes the cold rain.
Now, really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run.
McKenzie to the air. McKenzie stepping up. McKenzie looking, keeping the play alive, and he just misses Stein. He was wide open. And with 4:24 left, we're going to have to punt it to New Mexico. Ferentz trying to pin him deep.
So I can have more success.
And it dies down at the 4-yard line. A huge punt. Got a great animation out of it. Ferentz with the big play. It's going to be a 1st down and 10, backed up in their deep in their own territory. Here's the handoff up the middle. Oh my gosh, he's got a lane, and Calhoun's out to the 26.
The Lobos, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Ryan Brown in the cold rain here. Play action, and he's hit as he throws, and it makes the ball fall a little short.
confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes.
Going to the air here.
Corner
Corner route, and it's broken up at the last second by Marshall Washington.
That didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger...
3:29 left in this game.
And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Caught over the middle. It's a first down. Perfect play against cover 4, and we were trying to show cover 3 on that play.
And the Lobos with the 1st and 10.
And off up the middle, and it's a nice run for Rockwell.
They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 9-yard pickup on first down.
Everything on the line for NIU here. 2nd and inches. Going to the ground. They got the perimeter covered, but not well enough to stop him short. And that'll take it to the 2-minute timeout. We gotta bow up on defense, Viper. We gotta bow up on defense right now.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
RPO, and Torber misses the tackle, and it's going to be Calhoun who cleans it up. First timeout used by New Mexico, trying to go down and score a touchdown.
The rest of this game. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Oh, I dove down. And there's a nice run again. Lindo, the corner, will make the tackle.
Down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
There's Brandon Hood, one of the running backs who have really gotten going here for New Mexico in this game.
Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job.
Out route, it's caught. He fights backwards, and it's going to be short of the sticks, but at the 20-yard line, New Mexico's on the move here. This crowd needs to get a little louder than they are currently. Going to the air here. Pressure and sacked. Jay-Sean Nelson on the blitz. Makes a humongous play. 3rd down and 11 now. It's going to get this crowd a little louder. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Falls at the feet of the safety, Calhoun.
Just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it.
4th and 11.
Slings it.
Wide open over the middle. It's caught. First and goal from the 3.
Got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
They're going to go back to the air here. Looking and scoring. Touchdown, Lobos.
In the final minute, we're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to
wide open in the 2-point conversion. Viper, that ain't me, dog. That ain't me. That's not my team. That's the other team, dog. What are you talking about?
He'll bring it back from inside his spot.
Tie game in the rain. No, no. Oh, Kevin Holmes Jr. with a great return out to the 36.
In the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Running inside.
Trying to stick to the ground game to start this drive. We're going to let some clock run a little bit.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to
13 seconds. We're settling with overtime.
Willing to come up, stick their face in the fan.
We can take a deep one-on-one shot, though. Demo Palos cannot get it. Probably should have managed that better and taken my chance after that return.
5 seconds remaining to play. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's McKenzie.
Holmes has got it, and that'll take us to overtime. 31-31. Overtime to settle whether or not we can go to the conference championship. I should have been more aggressive there. Heads or tails for New Mexico, and it's going to be a one toss for New Mexico, putting pressure on our offense to score first.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Here's first down. We'll see if we can run the ball, and we cannot. Stuffed in the backfield. 2nd and 12.
Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running throws toward the end,
Kevin Holmes Jr. caught it! Jump ball! Touchdown!
they strike first.
Let's go!
And it's so underrated.
Come on, man.
Between a QB and a wide receiver, the time
One defensive stop.
he's going to be and be accurate.
One defensive stop, and we're going to the conference championship.
These two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh
Everything on the line here for NIU. And New Mexico trying to have an outside shot as well of their own conference championship. Here's the throw underneath, and it's going to be a first down. Yeah, man, it's been a battle. It's been a battle.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating two-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Going back to the air, looking, pressure, and has to throw it away. It's out of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion,
Going back to the air, and this is going to be a hold on us. It'll be an automatic first down if they decide to take that, or if they take the yards, it'll be a 3rd and short. And Coach Eck will take the 1st and goal.
And tugging there, the offense will take advantage of the penalty.
It's a first down. Going back to the air here. Fumble! Recovered by the offense. A dangerous play right there for New Mexico.
That thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big time break for the offense.
Going back to the air here. To the end zone, and Marshall Washington will bat it away. 3rd and goal.
But it's incomplete.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job.
Going back to the air.
Make them earn it.
Looking, pressure, throwing, end zone, incomplete. 4th and goal.
Trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
After that incompletion, because you're down in the red zone, setting up 4th.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here.
Here we go. They got to go to the end zone. They will throw it up, and it's caught! Oh my gosh! We got to make a play on that ball.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice
Tied at 38, 2nd overtime.
Are we going to go for it and try to end the game?
Not yes, sir. That's the wrong team, Viper.
What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now, first down here. At the
Double OT. Here comes the first down run, and they got the outside. They got the edge. Stanley is going to catch him at the 4.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2.
They go back to the ground game, and it's a wide open lane. Touchdown. They obviously, in 2nd overtime, they have to go for 2.
Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion.
Back to the ground game, and he got it. So we got to score a touchdown in 2. This game flipped. It looked like we had that game, and they had a miracle. Going to the ground to start this drive. Porter with a nice run out to the 19-yard line.
They'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide who can throw the football?
Handoff on the RPO, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5.
Down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. To the air, it's McKenzie. Unloads.
Fires it. Oh my gosh, no.
Ball, he had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the play design, I love the decision, I love the throw, and I hate the catch. That is a play you got to make on 3rd down.
4th down.
Long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On 4th down, they're taking
Pressured, immediately sacked. That's the ball game. I cannot believe we just lost that game.
gets the football back.
New Mexico gave themselves a chance.
That's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year...
This defense, just the wear and tear, really affected them down the stretch of this game. They played very well for a stretch.
You're not celebrating that tonight.
But just unbelievable. We cannot lose a game like that, and that's going to cost us our conference championship more than likely. We need UNLV to lose and create a tiebreaker scenario where we somehow were to win. And Jabu Otomiwu ends up committing as a hard commit. He was already verbal before that. Carl Swain, Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week. And we can look at the conference standings here. It'll be Hawaii who wins this 5-way tie for 2nd place. And they will be on to the conference championship to play UNLV. Wyoming ended up losing 2. So we could have got a rematch against UNLV. Heisman watch as we go into the final week. As you can see right here. You got Cam Vaughn, the wide receiver for Miami, at the top of the list with Arch Manning, Malik Washington, and Bear Bachmeier. Those are your Heisman finalists as of now before conference championship week. And you can see the playoff bracket as it stands right now. BYU is the last team in with Bear Bachmeier. Ohio State, Miami, Tennessee, and Notre Dame get the byes. We'll have to see how this all plays out. We are going to a bowl game. That is the good news, but a devastating way, not only just that loss, but the inexcusable loss to Nevada. Inexcusable loss to Nevada. That's part of what makes it painful, but upsets happen in college football all the time, and we were victim to 2 of them down the stretch of the season, and we got to be better than that. It's that simple. This was really the team that could have taken us over the top here. To that conference championship game. And we're going to try to sell out on Lamar Rice. Send the house. And we got to rest as many players as possible. We want to get that 8-win season. We want to get that bowl game. Army-Navy week. A verbal commitment from Kerry Earl, excuse me, and Nick Nestrowitz ends up committing to Northern Illinois as a hard commit, so he's going to be in the class. It's another win on the recruiting trail for the NIU Huskies, and they're close to getting that 2-star safety. They are really close to getting Trey Smith, the fullback. Trying to finish the deal for some of these other guys like Yaquez and Yaboa. We just don't have the ability to hard sell here. So we got to send the house for most of these guys. Getting everybody back healthy here. And the big games here in these conference championships: Ohio State, Michigan rematch, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and the SEC, Boise State, Fresno, Boise trying to sneak into the playoff, BYU, Baylor, and Memphis, Temple, Miami, Louisville. Those are the big conference championship games. Let's advance it. Well, let's see if we want to manage this staff. We got to try to invest in a defensive coordinator. Denzel Crane's fine as the offensive coordinator. And we get the verbal commitment out of the fullback Trey Smith from Antioch, Illinois, which is a nice little recruiting trail win. And Ohio State able to beat Michigan for a second time. We'll look at quickly at these conference championship results. Jacksonville State holds the Conference USA in the top 20. Boise State falls to the hands of Fresno State, making things pretty interesting. UNLV does win our conference over Hawaii. Louisville beats Miami in the ACC championship, and you got BYU sitting as the conference champion in the Big 12. Buffalo beats Bowling Green badly for the MAC championship. Louisiana able to pull it off. Was this an overtime game by any chance? It was. And the Cajuns are able to run away with a victory in the Sun Belt Championship. Memphis wins the American as the number 8 team in the country. Texas A&M up to number 2 after beating Tennessee, and Ohio State again beating Michigan for the second time this season. Let's set our weekly practice plan. Just trying to get Telly Johnson healthy before the bowl game, because bowl games matter to us. And here we go. There's a hard commitment by Kerry Earl. We're still waiting on Rice to pick a school, and Yaboa, a couple of outside linebackers that we're looking to get. Here we go, Heisman ceremony.
Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar. The Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. Inside the Tiburon Theater, I'm Chris Fowler. So proud to bring you Heisman Trophy night every year. So many memories come out of this night. Each of these guys have hung out together, got to know each other better, but ultimately the night's going to belong to one guy. One name will be read here, and one man will have that life-changing moment and forever be known as a Heisman Trophy winner. These are nervous times for these guys. The announcement just moments away. They've gotten to New York City, not by focusing on it, but once you're here, man, they want to win it. And every past winner has told me this is really a nervous time for them. They're this close to the trophy, but will they get a chance to lift it? It's an honor, of course, to be a finalist. All these guys have enjoyed their experience, but ultimately, the night belongs to one man. We're about to find out who's going to be this season's Heisman Trophy winner. And one more look at this year's Heisman finalist. One of these guys is about to experience a life-changing moment. Okay, we've kept them waiting long enough. All of us want to know who's going to win the trophy for this season. And here we go. This season, the Heisman Memorial Trophy is awarded to junior quarterback out of BYU.
There it is. Bear Bachmeier winning the Heisman Trophy in year number 2 of this dynasty, beating out Arch Manning, Cam Vaughn, and Bryce Underwood.
And one final congratulations to the newest member of the Heisman.
I'm just so glad they added this in the game. It's a lot of fun to really see. With the advancement of AI too, I can only imagine in a couple of years, it won't matter what these guys' names are. They're going to get that. Kevin Holmes Jr. wins the Jet Award, and rightfully so after that Nevada game that he had. And we're going to play against the conference team in the Hawaii Bowl. It's Wyoming, and the reason why is because in this game, the old conference deals for these bowl games apply. So this is essentially the game rating a MAC school in Northern Illinois against a Mountain West school in Wyoming, and that's why we're going to be playing a rematch against one of the teams that we lost to. Now let's take a look at our job offers. This is a Coach Carousel Dynasty. Look, West Virginia is interested in us as a head coach. I just don't know if it's a great situation to walk into over there. Georgia State and Sam Houston are others. And then when you look at all the openings, Michigan State, Penn State, as they fire Matt Campbell, is one of the programs. And James Franklin got fired over at Virginia Tech. So, hey. And my current is matching what Virginia Tech has, so I don't see a reason to move on, because it's not like we're getting more money or anything like that out of any of these schools, so there is no reason to try to move on right now. Here's our weekly practice plan, and basically the only concern is Telly Johnson. Telly Johnson is the only guy who we've tried to keep limited and tried to keep healthy for the bowl game against Wyoming, but playing them on Christmas Eve in the Hawaii Bowl is going to be a big deal. We got to go and hire a defensive coordinator, and this budget that we have is just not going to be great, but basically what we have here is we got a motivator and a recruiter, so we want a tactician to come in. The highest level is going to be 13. So we're going to go with Gordon Curtin. Try to keep it low here as our defensive coordinator. And that's the only guy we're going to offer for now, because he should take the job. So we got the Heisman winner and award winners, obviously. We can look at this real quick. Taking a look, Bear Bachmeier wins the Maxwell. Walter Camp is also Bear Bachmeier. Ryan Day is the Coach of the Year as the #1 team in the country. Bryce Underwood wins the Davey O'Brien. Sammy Brown is the Bednarik Award winner. And then you got the Nagurski going to Sammy Brown as well. Devin Sanchez wins the Thorpe Award at Ohio State. And Bo Jackson is going to be the Doak Walker winner, as Telly Johnson was on the short list for this award. Cam Vaughn wins the Fred Biletnikoff Award. And Tyree Weathersby is going to win the Lombardi Trophy. And Golden Arm Award goes to Arch Manning as another quarterback award. Edge Rusher of the Year is Weathersby from Tennessee. Anthony Knapp, the left guard, wins the Outland Trophy for the best interior lineman. And then the John Mackey Award goes to Jonathan Harding from Memphis, with Jamari Johnson second. Jay Hill wins the Broyles Award with Matt Patricia right below him. A little bit of controversy there. The Butkus Award goes to Sammy Brown. Remington Trophy goes to Anthony Boswell at the center position. Lou Groza, Josh Deal at Memphis. And then the Ray Guy Award goes to Edward Phillipson from UMass, and the Jet Award goes to Kevin Holmes Jr., Sean Alexander, Keyshawn Henderson, the quarterback from Houston, gets that done. Paul Hornan Award goes to Cam Vaughn. And then nobody for the Player of the Year, the Campbell Award. Okay, I don't know. Well, we got our bowl matchups. Let's see what our playoff bracket's looking like. So, We got the 4 byes in the Fiesta Bowl will be BYU and Tennessee. The winner of that game playing against Miami, Georgia and Memphis playing against Ohio State, SMU, Louisville playing against Notre Dame, and then Oregon and Michigan playing against Texas A&M in the Sugar Bowl. So here's the deal. The game didn't function properly because if you look at the College Football Playoff Top 25, it doesn't go to the highest ranked Power 4 or the conference, all the Power 4 conference champions. And when you look at a team like Jacksonville State who won their conference, they're ranked above BYU. BYU is not even ranked. Jacksonville State should be in the playoff. Fresno State won their conference. They probably should be in the playoff. So the game is making a mistake by putting BYU in as an unranked team. That obviously would not be happening, and well, I guess we're going to have to see what happens. But we got Wyoming here in our final game of this season, the bowl game. We did make a bowl game. I am excited for this Hawaii Bowl. We are going to be wearing the home jerseys in this game. Okay, are we going to switch our jersey? No? Yeah? We are ready to roll. Down in Hawaii on Christmas Eve, following a few playoff games, so we'll get updates on those, I assume.
A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. What a way to finish your season in paradise and perhaps with a victory in the Hawaii Bowl. It's the Wyoming Cowboys and the Northern Illinois Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game, he is really trying to motivate his team here today to use this opportunity to develop. This is a team that just barely made it into bowl contention, just barely eligible. But getting into a bowl game allows you to have extra practice time. That is extra development time for this young team that looks to make some splashes next year. Coach said, here's our opportunity to prove we can be even better coming up. But it all starts here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start off this game on the offensive side of the ball. We are underway from Hawaii, playing against the conference team, a team who beat us
On the move from inside his 5.
in another conference team's stadium. So this is going to be a fun game.
So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening.
And honestly, I think we probably have to shut out Wyoming to try to accomplish our goal. And Telly Johnson is banged up, man, and he's just going to have to grind through in his final game as a Husky. Nowhere to go for Telly. Mason McKenzie. He did not start against Wyoming earlier this season. At least I believe he didn't. And there's the throw to Kevin Holmes Jr. on the in route. It's going to be a first down.
They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
Demo Palos getting the first at midfield.
50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's McKenzie. Unloads it left.
Caught by Laydon Bryant out to the 30, and this opening drive going well for the Huskies.
And the Huskies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Fires to the wideout.
Oh, Holmes almost had it. Yard loose at the last second. It'll be a second down and 10.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw again. Fires left.
Oh, that's on me. That's on me.
The world like that would be
It didn't pop up until later because it took him some time to get to that 10-yard mark, but that might have been a touchdown. And instead, it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. Stein over the top. Cannot corral it. It's intercepted off the ricochet. And Leydon Bryant misses the tackle, but we're going to finally corral him at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right
Should have thrown a high ball.
Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
But DaCosta creates the turnover for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to try to build off of that here. A successful drive for the most part, but resulting into not with another. I don't know if it was a red zone turnover. I don't know if we were in the red zone, but close to it. And a good tackle by Lindo on the edge to limit the gain, but if he could have broke that, he could have got the edge and been off and running. So 2nd down and 10, or 2nd down and 8, excuse me, here for the Cowboys, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 2 on that toss play, a solid pickup, and we'll see if the defense can get off the field after the hand that the offense dealt them with the turnover. Quickly over the middle, and it's incomplete, overthrown. He had his man open.
Timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's 4th down.
And we cannot get a rush on the punter, and Cousins is going to be deep to return here.
Catches it cleanly at the 20.
Who, with his punt return success, was a Jet Award finalist with his teammate Kevin Holmes Jr. Here comes 1st down, and it's Elijah Porter in for a banged-up Telly Johnson. You just cannot go. He tried to give it a go, and he just cannot do it.
I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play the next.
Got it off. Threw it away. 2nd down.
Released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his
Incomplete, looking for Stein, and here comes Davidson into the game for the Huskies. Brady Davidson with a banged up player and not in a rhythm, Mason McKenzie. And incomplete, looking for Demo Palos. It's going to be a punting situation here.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away.
Ferentz sending it deep. He's going to field it just outside the 10-yard line, and it'll be taken down at the 20.
20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Wants to throw.
Play action, and he's got a man wide open, and he just airmailed him incomplete. Drew off to a cold start for Wyoming. Shutting the block and getting the tackle is Lindo.
Just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after it.
Underneath, it's caught, and Acosta will make the tackle. 4th down.
Needed about 3 more on that one. The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again.
Cousins will field it at his own 11. Cousins with a lane. Cousins with a burst. Cousins cuts back inside. Now back outside. Makes the punter miss. And the first touchdown is going to be a punt return touchdown of this ball game.
The hidden yardage, the big play. Special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
7-zip.
Once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Fielded in the end zone.
Torber cuts him down at the 13-yard line. So can Drew get in a rhythm here for this Wyoming offense after missing on a couple of throws? Here's a handoff on the draw, and it's going to be a good gain of 6 for Spiller.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tight end now in motion.
Going back to the ground, and Marshall Washington comes down and makes the hit.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front to get on those defensive.
Third down and 3 here.
To get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive.
Underneath on the screen, and Carmichael gets off a block and gets him on the ground for a loss of 5 or 6.
This time the defense was there and ready for that one. They punted away on 4th down. Now on the return.
And they are able to cover that one after the punt return touchdown.
Try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this
First down and 10.
Illinois offense.
Oh man, if you would have just won your one-on-one, that would have been a long run for Elijah Porter.
Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes.
And again, the one-on-one on the outside not working out.
By that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator.
Third down and 9.
Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Fires to the right.
And Bryant's got it. Good throw by Davidson in rhythm.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Demo Palos, first down out to the 36.
About the 36-yard line, a big pickup, and they are threatening. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly.
Here's the handoff, and Porter cuts up field and gets a gain of 4.
Defense, he picks up 4 to the 32. As they get set to snap it just.
We're going to let this one run to the end of the first quarter here. 7-0 NIU after 1 with a punt return touchdown, setting the tone.
As we get a look at the numbers so far.
You can see only 16 yards of offense thus far for Wyoming. It's a little bit of a different scenario from the first time these two teams met in the regular season. Conference opponents matching up in a bowl game.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Porter getting a lane, and Porter will get the first out to the 22.
To move the sticks now back to work.
Davidson swung down as he's trying to get rid of it.
It's a curious
2nd and 15.
to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going.
Porter, first down.
Really good job by
what a nice run by Porter.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Stein, touchdown. The tight end out of the RPO. And Brady Davidson coming in and getting some rhythm going. 14-0 Huskies.
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Good return, and this might be a punt return touchdown. Can Acosta catch him from behind? I don't think he can. Wyoming gets a special teams touchdown of their own. Josh Joyner.
He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But
not
man,
what we
when your
wanted right
special
there.
teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
His Cousins trying to get a return on his own right.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's go down to the sideline and Holland.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, guys, I have got my eyes on the running back. He told me he is pretty banged up from that loss last week. He's got a lower body injury, something he will absolutely have to fight through. The athletic trainers have done the best they can to get him ready to go today, but this is a developing story. I will keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see how they react. Back to pass, it's Davidson. Throws to the wideout.
Demo Palos with a grab, first down.
Complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field. It's really important as a quarterback, don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense. And then
Telly Johnson trying to battle through this knee injury, getting a gain of 7.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short.
Telly Johnson again fighting forward, first down.
But he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option, he'll keep it.
Brady Davidson trying to get a yard or two, and he cannot.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there.
Second down and 10, and we're going to have Holmes in the backfield, and we're going to give it to him on a handoff, and it's going to blow up in our face, a loss of 5.
Down for a loss of 5. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Howie Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition.
Third down and 15.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
Bryant's got it, but it's only going to be a gain of 5. We're going to have to punt at the Wyoming 47.
Enough to move the chains. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been
right
forced to punt.
Towards that sideline, and it's out of bounds at the 4. What a beautiful punt by Ferentz.
Out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing.
There's a throw, and it's going to be a tackle by Swain after a gain of 1.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got
a big gain out to the 20.
And he's brought down after a nice
Giving a little more cushion to Wyoming's offense. Joel Bellum.
Just possession receivers, you throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy, that was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough
And tackled upfield by Swain.
Man, he's a problem.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with second and 4. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout.
Okoye cannot make the play on the ball.
6-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun.
Beautiful blocking, and he's stuffed up for a second, but he's going to break free. Touchdown, Wyoming. Unbelievable. I don't know what we're doing, bro.
He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The extra point here would tie the game. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to
14 apiece.
do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Ooh, out of the end zone. No return for Kevin Holmes Jr.
That one, a booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll give it to Johnson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw, it's Davidson.
Have him dump it out, and Holmes will get wrapped up. Third down and 3.
Just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll field this one in tight corners. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The lone back's got it. He's past the 30. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Time for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the big
Clock's ticking. Tackled inbounds. Still 2 timeouts for Wyoming, and they go ahead and just spend one.
They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the middle.
Almost intercepted by Calhoun. Makes the play on the ball. He was a turnover machine early in the season, but hasn't really done it as of late. Going back to the air is Wyoming. And he's got a man wide open. And that's where Swain needs to just attach to him.
The Cowboys right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Here comes the heat.
Incomplete, covered well, and he has to throw it away.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Fires to the wideout.
Caught. Down to the 11.
Timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first.
No more timeouts for Wyoming.
He's
got to make a quick decision. Throwing it out of bounds, almost hit the upright, and they're going to kick the field goal here to take the lead into the locker room after a 14-0 start for NIU. That's good.
Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Might be calling a hot route.
Actually.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Davidson. Throws to the wideout. That's caught.
I tried to hook and ladder. Oh, we better stop him. Thank you. I tried to hook and ladder. He didn't help me. I'm trying to do cute stuff here.
Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Reese, talk about drawing a plum assignment. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways this Hawaii Bowl has lived.
Thought we were going to get a studio update about the playoff, but whatever.
And the Huskies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway.
Can our defense lock back in? A kicker return touchdown and 2 scoring drives. They got 17 points. We can't allow them to score anymore if we want to hope for that goal being accomplished. And look at him going backwards. He's down at the 8-yard line with the great coverage on this defensive side of the ball. or on the special teams, I should say. So a vast difference from what we saw with the kick return touchdown.
With their running game, this is something that they did not expect. This running back has come.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing? 92-yard touchdown. That was me setting down my controller, by the way, on the desk. Oh my gosh. Sick of this crap defense.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Northern Illinois sideline, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing? Coming off that loss last week, he really got banged up. And guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Dropping back, it's Davidson.
Intercepted. Almost intercepted. Cannot hang on to it. Davidson took a hit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Porter.
We got to go with something different.
Runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this
Holmes with the grab, but it's going to be holding, and it's Malachi Wood.
A big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's looking down.
Delay pressure and looking, and McMillan's just going to throw one up to Porter, and he cannot grab it. 24 straight points for the Cowboys of Wyoming, and this punt could potentially create worse damage. A look at this return, and it doesn't end up being that much. They've been able to run the ball all over us ever since the start of this game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets rid of it.
Almost intercepted. Okoye in the coverage there on Mason Drew's pass.
Second and long.
Drew underneath. Drilled. Third down.
Backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
3rd and 12.
Motion from the
Will Wyoming just play conservative and go to the ground? They will. And it almost works, but they only get 7 with Greg Spiller. 8 carries, 185. Had a 92-yard touchdown, I think it was. But the defense holds up there. Oh no, why are you calling a fair catch?
The ball hit
touchback. Thank goodness.
Go into the end zone for a touchback.
Treston McMillan
takes over as the offense heads to the field.
Getting his shot here in this bowl game.
Brother,
I only kept it because there was no lane up the middle. 2nd down and 12. Porter stood up in the backfield for another loss. This offense is just going cold here. Incomplete. And we're going to be putting in Mason McKenzie. back into the game. He's not banged up anymore. And neither quarterback could really provide a spark. So we're going to have to do something a little different. Another broken tackle on a punt return, and Mitchell is going to rally him at the 42. But great field positioning for the Cowboys of Wyoming.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down.
Wide open, but he misses him on the move.
For a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
2nd down and 10, and they're going to go to the slant route on the RPO. It's a 3rd down and 1. James Madison.
Quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
See if they go to the ground here. Man in motion, and they will hand it off, and gets up the middle for a first down. Greg Spiller. Been a menace in this game.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer.
And he breaks free. That's going to be another touchdown for Wyoming. I cannot believe this defense right now. Met him at the line of scrimmage. 4 guys around him. 31-0 run for Wyoming now.
It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to
Holmes
watch.
out to the 25.
Get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump
Now Mason McKenzie comes out, and we're going to have to throw the ball quite a bit down the stretch. Not only just because we're down by 17, but it's also because we just don't have the running backs right now. And the O-line is starting to get banged up.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's McKenzie.
McKenzie hit.
He was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got
It's
to
a disaster.
time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw.
Dimo Palos gets the first.
Oh, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And an injury.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Running inside, it's Porter. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish.
Dimo Palos has got it, and he's going to score. Little trickeration with the monster formation gets us 6, and Mason McKenzie trying to get in a rhythm here. 31-21 as the comeback efforts are started.
It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around.
Ends a 31-0 run for Wyoming.
Coming out with it, it's Joyner.
Trying to punch at that ball, and it's going to be a first down here for the Cowboys, and we're going to have to go.
Heads out to get this drive started. Here's Joyner to begin the drive.
Joyner's down, 2nd and 7.
Forward, he maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the single back. Tripped up at the 25.
Greg Spiller, who's got 240 yards today.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
Going to the air here, and out routes wide open as Julius Calhoun gets smoked in man coverage.
Measure it to first down. The Cowboys come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Motion from the wideout.
And incomplete. He misfires.
Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Hands it off on the counter. Finding some room. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chain.
No answer for this run game at all.
And the Cowboys are marching down the field.
Which games like this is exactly why we didn't play in the conference championship.
Off the play fake on
Oh
first
gosh, wide open.
It's complete on the right side.
Committed to the run completely.
Good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back.
Stanley's going to get the tackle, and Wyoming trying to close this game out in the fourth quarter. 31-21. After dropping down 14-0, they scored 31 straight. Northern Illinois finally gets a shake back, but Wyoming trying to put this game away right now.
Starts with a second down play.
Lindo will make the tackle.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Third down, and they could sneak a run on us easy. I don't even know. Well, they're not going. Well, maybe they will. Yep, it is a run, and he gets the edge, and that's going to be another Wyoming touchdown on the ground. Joyner this time on his second rushing attempt gets a 22-yard score. 38-21. This defense has quite literally pissed down their leg this whole game. All they do is just pee down their leg. That's all they've done this whole game. They've been horrid this whole time.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a
Stein with the grab over the middle.
Coverage and being accurate.
The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some.
He unleashes a long one.
Oh, man, just overthrew Holmes.
Looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great
Okay, that was
position
obnoxious.
right now
Carr.
because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back.
Intercepted, overthrown, and this is going to be the ball game. Pick six.
And he's going to take it all the way back.
Sherrod Smith, who had the opening drive interception as well. 45-21. This season went from a major success to a serious failure because not only did we lose the final game of the season in a game where we shouldn't have lost, we lost to Nevada down the stretch too, which, you know, and we burnt our chances at a conference championship. In the process, this defense, this team, as Demo Palos gets the deep ball, this team has choked away in a goal that was easily achievable for the 80 expectation. So we have not accomplished an 80 expectation, which is not going to give us any dynasty points. Tough. Batted away at the last second by the linebacker.
Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's McKenzie. Under fire.
Just has to chuck it out of bounds.
Just get rid of that one.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Oh, brother.
The throw.
Intercepted.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. keeping it on the ground with the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Knocked down.
Look at Torber flying around.
These guys had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
Underneath, caught.
Out of the backfield. Turning it on. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late.
Porter breaks free. He's just not got the burst to be able to go score. Elijah Porter and Laydon Bryant both banged up. Cousins is going to have to check into the game, and Brady Davidson is back.
Throws toward the end zone.
Incomplete.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys.
3rd down and 10.
And keeping this offense on schedule.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10.
Somebody's got to get open. We're just going to have to force it to Holmes, and he's going to drop it.
Again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Incomplete. Misfire. Turnover on downs.
4th down is to no avail. The hand to the running back. Could be an alley. He's at the 10.
Embarrassing.
All the way.
Embarrassing. 328 yards for one player. We can't get off of blocks. 52-21. Wyoming has literally ran away with this, outscoring us 52-7 since we went up 14-0 in the first quarter. They sparked it with a kick return touchdown, and ever since then it's been a disaster for NIU. We thought we had a team that could compete for a conference championship, but clearly the defense is not good enough. The defense has nobody to blame but themselves. The offense was already going to be banged up because Stelly Johnson could barely go in this game. The defense needed to step up in a big way, and they just couldn't. It's that simple. They just couldn't.
Drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just
grabs it at the 25-inch stride, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always
recovery by Wyoming.
Well, what did we do well?
They get to the 38-yard line.
Future, finding some things here late that they did well.
So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They'll run it.
Pathetic. Pathetic.
He's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and down. Here's this offense.
It's not a scheme issue, I can promise you that, because I've tried basically everything to slow down this run game. I've blitzed, I've ran zone, I've tried to use her on the edge. There's nothing that I can do other than just get better freaking players than these pathetic losers.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing.
Demo Palos.
Here he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. The punt is headed out of bounds, and they couldn't be happier about
15-yard line.
The danger of that return got. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? And a sack all the way back at the 5. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
Don't know if we can get the snap off, but we're going to try.
They got to give them a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
2-minute timeout.
Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Davidson. He wants a big play here late. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Wow.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Dropped. Hit the hands of Demo Palos.
That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this field.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Here's Joyner. Oh, he got loose. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed.
Jet Award winner Kevin Holmes Jr.
He's going to get loose.
May just got the last touchdown of this season.
Touchdown, Northern Illinois. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the break.
Fielded, and that'll be the ball game here. We call a timeout to just gather our team, let them know that it's all right. It's a 3-game improvement from year 1, but it is ultimately feeling like a failure because of what could have been for NIU. 62-42, the defense just collapsing in 3 of the last 4 games, including this bowl game. Collapsed in the 4th quarter and overtime against New Mexico. Collapsed this whole game. This whole game was maybe the worst rush defense we've played in the 2 years of this dynasty. We've had some bad games when it comes to rush defense, but we had no answer in the last 3 quarters. We stopped them on like their first 2 drives. We got up 14-0 in the 2nd quarter, and from there it was all Wyoming. We ended up, I guess, making it look a little closer than it was. I don't think it was that close. I don't think it was a 20-point game. I hate that we allowed 62, but at some point I just stopped caring about how many points we allow because the AD expectation is already cooked. I guess it's not. I don't know. We got it, it looks like. It looks like it only factored in the regular season, so at least that's a thing. Offer accepted. Gordon Curtin is our new defensive coordinator on that side. College football playoff bracket, and you could see BYU did pull off the road upset, 19-14. They will move on to the Fiesta Bowl to play Miami. Memphis beats Georgia in a massive upset as well, but this was at home. They will play Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Louisville falls short against the ACC rival SMU, and SMU is on to play Notre Dame in the Peach Bowl. Oregon ends up beating Michigan, and Oregon is on to play Texas A&M in the Sugar Bowl. We'll see what other job offers come up here as we finish the season 7-6. I worry a little bit about recruiting. Oh, Cincinnati is offering us a job here. Scott Satterfield has moved on. The problem is their available dynasty points is less than ours. We might as well stay. I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't. So we're just going to move on and stay put here at Northern Illinois until we get somebody to match what Northern Illinois is providing us as far as benefits when it comes to dynasty points. And you can see there, Ohio State ends up taking it to Memphis. Ohio State's moving on to the Orange Bowl, and they will play BYU, who is the Cinderella story. They should not have been in the playoff by my account. They were not the 5th highest ranked conference champion, but I guess this is just programmed to go to the Power 4 champions. BYU is moving on to the semifinals to play Ohio State, and then Notre Dame survives SMU to move on to play Oregon, who survived A&M. So a couple of classics in the bottom part there. Let's go and look at the staff moves here and specifically what head coaches are moving on. So Matt Campbell is going to be the new Michigan State head coach, and you know what? James Franklin, after getting fired at Virginia Tech, is going to give it another go at Penn State. And then you get Pat Fitzgerald moving on to Virginia Tech after getting fired from Michigan State. Oklahoma State fired Eric Morris, and Andrew Luck and Stanford are going to decide to add Eric Morris. Eric Glover, the defensive coordinator over at Memphis, will now be the head coach at Rice. And then you get Scott Satterfield moving on to Oklahoma State. Clark Lee got fired from Stanford. Rich Rod got fired from retired from West Virginia. So we'll see if Clark Lee ends up anywhere. Sean Lewis is the Cincinnati head coach now after success at San Diego State. Lance Taylor ends up leaving for Vanderbilt from Western Michigan. Clay Helton goes from Georgia Southern to Utah State after getting fired. Jonathan Packey ends up going to UTEP, and Chris Creighton took the job at Oregon State. So we got Timmy Chang still up there, Scotty Walden, Scott Abel, Phil Longo, Jerry Mack, Jared Parker. Then you got Tim Beck, Jeff Choate is available, Ryan Lester is going to be the Western Michigan head coach. Jim Walker going to be the Georgia Southern head coach. Zach Alley going over to FAU. Jim Dockery is going to be the head coach at Georgia State. Turner Graham is going to take over for Jerry Mack at Kennesaw State. Jaden Johnson is going to be the head coach at Sam Houston, the former OC. And then RDC that we got rid of, Ben Pelshak, is going to be the head coach at Eastern Michigan. Jared Keat is going to be the head coach after successful defensive coordinator look at UMass. And then TJ Marcus is going over to Nevada. Del McGee got fired from Georgia State. And then Zach Patterson will be the head coach over at West Virginia. It's a big climb for him. There's one opening, and it's San Diego State. We're not going to... Well, what's there? All right. And the national championship is going to be Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State puts to bed this Cinderella run by BYU, and Oregon's able to beat Notre Dame, outlast them. So it's an all Big Ten national championship here. We will see how it goes. Title night, it is Oregon and Ohio State, and we are almost leveled up yet again. Ohio State is going to win the national championship for year number 2. So in year 1, it was Miami beating Ohio State, and Ohio State gets their second national title in 4 years after beating Oregon and going 16-0, running the gauntlet. And that's a lot of fun. So here we go. Set the NIL for next season. We will do that in the next stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video.